Hey everybody, welcome back. Please be sure to subscribe, like the video, comment down below, let me know how I'm doing. Today we're talking about the hottest comics releasing March 31st, 2021, and let me know what your guys' top picks for this week down below. I'm going to dive right into my top picks, and then my number one is going to be Department of Truth number 7. And Department of Truth is my number one comic of the year right now, so I'm going to have this at my top picks just because it's my favorite. I know everybody has been on board with this comic, and I'm very, very excited for that, but this comic is going to be a great one to have in your collection. Even when the movie or TV show comes out, it's going to just be a nice little boost in your collection, maybe a little money, you know, all that good stuff. So this one's going to be another special like tie-in one. It's not necessarily going to be drawn by Martin Simmons. It's going to be drawn by Tyler Boss, who's known for doing 4 Kids Walk Into a Bank, which also got picked up for a movie. So fantastic. I'm very excited. It looks like it's going to dive more into the secret archives like the last one did, whereas the last one focused more on like the Middle Ages. This one looks like it's going to investigate on sightings of flying saucers and the strange men in black suits trying to cover up their existence. Hold on to your cows, the truth is out there. And I really like this one because I recently just rewatched Close Encounters of the Third Kind, and so it kind of reminds me of similar to that. So I'm very, very excited to see where this goes. Also, Shadecraft number 1, new Image comic. It's written by Joe Hernandez, drawn by Lee Garbett and Antonia Fabella, and this one seems pretty interesting. There is rumors about a Netflix movie going on about this, so possibly, maybe if it does well. It's about this girl, Zadie Lou. She's afraid of her own shadow. She's a teenager, so she really should have grown out of it by now, right? But something's weird is happening in her small town. Zadie can swear the shadows are coming to life, watching her, trying to kill her. But how do you fight something you can't even touch? And how does this all tie into her family of all things? Seems very excited. It's from the team of Skyward, if you ever got to read that. The writer, Joe Henderson, he's actually a showrunner of Netflix Lucifer. So I'm excited to see where this goes. It was pitched as the dark tones of Demon Slayer and Something's Killing the Children meets a cast of contemporary teen characters, not unlike Veronica Fish and Kelly Thompson's Sabrina the Teenage Witch, which seems fun. I'm excited. I don't think it's going to be super popular, but hopefully if there's that rumor with the Netflix show, that might get some heat. Also, Witchblood number 1. This is a Vault Comics, and it's written by Matthew Ehrman, drawn by Lisa Sturl, and it's about a modern Wild West road trip about a witch named Yana cruising the Southwest as a band of bloodthirsty biker vampires, the Hounds of Love, hunt her scattered coven, the source of all magic, Witchblood. From the critically acclaimed creators of the Modern Witch Tarot card deck, and long lost comes the Witchblood, a blend of action, lore, and Americana, perfect for fans of Buffy and American Gods. And this seems really cool. They have some really great covers for this. Vault has been on my radar recently. They have been doing tons of really great books, so I'm super excited. Now we're going to go into our series shoutouts for the week. Not necessarily the hottest comics, but I do think you should keep a lookout on them if you're interested. Up first is going to be Beta Ray Bill number 1. It is a mini-series of 5-parter, and it's done by the beautifully acclaimed Daniel Warren Johnson. He's the writer, artist, colorist. He's fantastic. If you haven't read Murder Falcon, highly recommend it. I usually wear my Murder Falcon shirt all the time, and this actually spins out of Donny Cates' Thor run and the events of Kenan Black. So it's kind of like a Kenan Black tie-in plus a Thor tie-in. So if you read some of Donny Cates' Thor, mainly the previous arc, the first arc, then this is going to tie right into it. And if you don't know who Beta Ray Bill is, he is the second most famous wielder of Mjolnir. He is pretty great. I absolutely love him. And it looks like in this comic, he's going to be fighting a nullified Fing Fong Foom, which is crazy. I'm so very excited to see where this goes. And the colorist, Mike Spicer, fantastic. He's always doing a great job on Daniel Warren Johnson's books. So very excited for that. Plus, there's also, since it's an oversized issue, it contains a conversation between Daniel Warren Johnson and the Beta Ray Bill creator, Walter Simonson, which is super fantastic. And I love reading the back pages of the writers, artists, and what they have to say about the books as well. Crossover number 5 lands this week, written by Donny Cates, drawn by Jeff Shaw, and just recently we saw in the latest previews that number 7, I believe, is going to be taken over by Chip Zdarsky and Phil Hester, which sounds insane. I don't know how that's going to work into it, or how or who is going to be in this comic, but I find it very fun. This is the part 5 segment of this storyline, and it says it all comes down to this: what awaits our heroes at ground zero? What is Father Lowe up to in the basement of his? Who the hell is narrating this book? Where am I? What's happening? Find out now. And that's just like super cool. I like that. Every time they introduce new characters, I think it's very fun. In the last one, when they introduced God Country, I was very excited, and I can't wait to see where this goes in the store. Also, Silk number 1 lands this week, and I probably wouldn't have had this in my top if I didn't put a poster up in my store. And I've had a lot of people point out this poster at my store. They are very excited for a new Silk comic. So I'm going along with this. I think there's some fantastic covers in this. Scotty Young, there's Jen Bartel, there's some great covers. And it's written by Maureen Goon, drawn by Takashi Mizuwai. I'm so sorry. I definitely probably said that wrong. But this one takes a turn for, by day, Cindy Moon is a reporter for the upstart new media empire Threats and Menaces under her old boss, J. Jonah Jameson, everyone's favorite. And by night, she's Silk, crime-fighting superhero. But those worlds are about to collide as an invasion into a series of gangland murders puts Silk and everyone she loves into danger. Who is this powerful new player in New York's underworld? Where does she come from? And what is she doing to the strange cat demon? Super excited to see where this goes. I hope it goes well, and I'm very excited. It is a 5-parter, so I'm on for the ride. Let's see what happens. Also, this is a very independent comic called Cult of Dracula coming out. I really enjoy this comic because I really love the cover B, Shannon Meyer. She is really up and coming, and I love vampire books. So, it's written by Rich Davis, drawn by Henry Martinez. It's about Special Agent Malcolm Brand arrives at the House of the Rising Sun. The secluded compound is the home of the secretive Ordo Dracula and the scene of horrendous crime coined the Cult of Dracula Mass Suicides. Mina Murray leads a documentary film crew to uncover the secrets of the mysterious cult by interviewing its enigmatic leader, Robert Renfield. Neither investigator is prepared for the gravity of truths they will uncover. So I'm very excited to see where that goes. And if your local comic shop even ordered it. If they did, highly recommend picking up that cover B, like I said. In the late printings this week, we have Nocterra number 1 second print. Different cover. I really like this cover. I'm very excited. I loved Nocterra number 1, so if you haven't gotten a chance to read that, I highly recommend you do. If you are interested, check out my last video on why I think you should pick up Nocterra number 1. Also, Star Wars High Republic number 2 third printing and number 3 second printing. Lots of late printings for these High Republics, and we definitely don't know which ones are going to be worth a lot of money down the road. So I recommend picking all of them up. And last but not least, TMNT Last Ronin number 2 second printing. Very much like this comic. Highly recommend it. If you haven't gotten a chance to read it, I know there's a director's cut for number 1. Also, third printing still available. Ask your local comic book shop if they can order it for you, because definitely I know they can. And the second one is on fire. I can't wait for number 3. So be sure to check out all these comics plus many more at your local comic book shop this Wednesday, March 31st, 2021. Have a great day.